Welcome, everyone. The ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Launches downfield. A little bit too much air on that throw by the junior quarterback.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Well, nearly an interception here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up third down instead.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? To throw, it's Allen. Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Getting set. Here's second down. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result he could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Oh, and he could not haul it in. A third down drop. Brings up fourth now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure.
He doesn't field it cleanly. The ball is loose. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
On third down, he drops to throw. Caught on the outside. It's Scott.
On third downs like this, you can only allow completions in front of you as long as you can protect the sticks. And that's what the defense did here. They knew the sticks were, and they were able to make the tackle short of the line.
Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. For the first job here, just hold on to the football. The last drive ended in that fumble. Fights off a defender. Unleashes the stiff arm. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Boy, great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back to be able to pick up those yards, get those first downs.
Stopped short the marker after just a short gain. Second down after that previous play. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Nittany Lions will have to punt this one away. And a low line drive, ugly punt. No fair catch. He feels the punt. Coverage team brings down the returner. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? The shotgun running play call. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Looking to throw. It's Howard. Lets it go quickly. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. You think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The Buckeyes looking to cash in the red zone. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. They'll try to run for the 1st down. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
To throw, it's Howard. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Will make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display. And that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Finding some room at the 25. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
You get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Ball handed off. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Trying to find some room. It's Singleton. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. Back to throw. It's Aller. Pass caught. In the clear at the 25. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. And they finally tackle him down at the 1. Big gain in the pitch and catch.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
The Soft were able to bring him down quickly. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution. Championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Automatic in the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? Play action here on first down. Let's it fly out of the wideout. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Try to catch the defense with the draw. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Here comes the bunch formation. Play action fake, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go to play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Important 2nd down play coming up. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The coach decides no field goal attempt. The offense is out there to go for it on 4th down. Grab behind the line. It's Warren. And they pick up the first down to the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Gutsy call to go for it, but it works. The quarterback and receiver are in sync, and you pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Got space, looking to score. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. That's a test of toughness and a test of will, and the running back won that battle.
Yeah, that's a great effort. Love to see running backs get their knees up and run through those potential arm tackles. That's what makes them one of the top backs in the country.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The sure hands. It's Smith. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Bringing pressure. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me, it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the second sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Scanning the field. It's Howard. Going for his running back. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
You know, I think this quarterback's realizing that, yeah, he's got some great receivers, but when in doubt, you get it to this back. He not only has great quickness, here he shows you what kind of hands he has as well.
Looking to throw it on first down. The pocket breaking down. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
Boy, a great job of coming up with a huge play by this offense. A nice pass by the quarterback, and you look at the time here before we get to the half. They get a real shot here to put a touchdown up on the board.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Incomplete, just 3 seconds left. Time for one more play.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. This one is right through. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick this away to get the second half going. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Looking for some space. It's Henderson. Breaking tackles. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Second down play coming up. They'll run it from the gun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Looking to pass. It's Howard. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
The Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. The returner is brought down. Gets a started on the next drive. Penn State offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Watching these linebackers fly around, doing a good job of reading their keys. Saw the guard pulling, shot through that A-gap, was able to blow this play up.
Ball handed off. And they're able to get him down. Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Send the back in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That'll be enough for a first down. Brought down at the 43.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Fights off a defender.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field. It's Aller. He flips it to the back across the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers, the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. Forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Lucky for the junior quarterback, that didn't get picked off. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Grab behind the line. It's Warren. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw and keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he's got some open field ahead. Past the 50. At the 30 now. Crosses the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT puts them up 3. Now they get set to kick it away. Returner looking to create better field position. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Dropping back. It's Aller. Running back grabs it on a screen. Finding some room at the 25. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Chris, as this play was unfolding, the only thing I wanted to know was he going to get the ball over the defense to the running back. Once the back caught the ball, look out. Big yards ahead.
He shreds the tackle. And he spins around the defender to earn a few extra yards.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
A gain makes it second and medium. They'll run the option. The back's got it on the pitch. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Pitches to the back. Making people miss. Tackle, but not before picking up big yards and a first down. Defense couldn't stop the option that time. The Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. The ball is picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Inside the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. And a Pick six, a monster play by this defense.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. Back to throw. It's Aller. Looking for a deep completion. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
This is what's so dangerous about this offense, Chris. They have the ability to put the ball in the air downfield and really stretch those safeties back. This time they hit it for a big gain.
Ball is incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Incompletion sets up a second down. And the quarterback dropping back. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
That defensive back played that route so well. Right on the receiver's hip, he saw the ball and just swatted it away.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Oh, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands with a good combination of good coverage, with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Makes the grab. It's Tate. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
Oh, it's a reverse. Breaks loose at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
Got the first down, now looking for more. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Tackle made after a big gain.
And that's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Picks up about 5 yards, but it's not enough. Here comes a fourth down now.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. He knocks this one right through, and they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the football is coughed up by the returner deep inside their own 20. Recovered by the kicking team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Handoff here from the shotgun. Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This offense really clicking. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. Tough to win these games kicking field goals. They know they need to reach the end zone this time. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Pass not complete.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in the football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Look at this. He'll go deep again. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
This is what having an accurate quarterback is so important. Fourth down, critical situation. He puts that ball right on his receiver. What I love to see is he not only picks up that first down, but he's got the speed and the awareness to take it to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game when you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. To the air. It's Howard. Gets made on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
They're going to run it here. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the fourth. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Using his legs on the scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Dropping back. It's Aller. Quick throw to his receiver. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
The offense is set up with excellent field position. They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here's the second down play. They'll work the clock here with the running game. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover. In the clear at the 25. They'll finally bring him down, but what a play, the takeaway, and a huge gain on the return.
Now, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. You just know that before the offense ran out onto the field with this lead, the offensive coordinator and the running back coach said, guys, hold on to the football. We cannot afford to put it on the ground, and that's exactly what they've done. And now your opponent's got
another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. He's got some room and some blockers here.
just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They moved it well last time. Got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Chris, he dropped the ball again. Now he gets it back, but that's the second time we've seen the ball on the ground from this running back. Ball security is paramount. I mean, it's a deal breaker if you do not buy into it as a running back. His coach is not going to be happy that he's put the ball on the ground twice.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes.